Hi everyone, Ricky here from Tech Talk. Thanks very much for joining me. Today is our final video on the Vodafone Smart Mini 7. So this is their new Series 7 device and this is their mini version. So there's also the first to come, and I've already shown you the Platinum and the Ultra as well. So go and check them out in our previous videos and they can be found in playlists as well. So today I'm going to do a full review, and let's start off by going around the phone, what's maybe around the phone, what you get. Also, we're going to do a speed test so I can just show you the results for this, and also performance and how well it does, and some other key facts as well to make you choose the right phone that's for you. So of course, if there is any problems, please leave a comment down below. It's always great to hear from you. So let's get into it. First of all, let's have a look around the phone. So on the front here, this along here is your speaker. So if I just bring this up a bit closer and tilt it the right way, this along here is your speaker. You also have a front-facing camera as well for selfies. And also on the bottom here, you have 3 capacitive touch buttons. So you have a home, a back, and a menu. So we can tap that menu there, and we can go back home, or you can press back to get out of it. On the left-hand side here, so you're going to see it's a nice black and white device here, and I think it works really well actually. The two-tone colors looks really good. So on the left-hand side, there's actually nothing, so we'll move quickly on from that. Turning to the top, all you're going to find on top of here is a 3.5 jack. So this is really helpful for headphones and listening to your music while on the go. As this is a very budget pay-as-you-go phone, so this only costs £35 from Vodafone, the speaker quality isn't going to be fantastic, but I can demo that to you later on. But with a 3.5 jack here with your headphones, it's going to sound really better through your personal headsets. So moving on to the right hand side of the device, you're going to find your sleep wake button and power switch. So you press and hold this one here, and that can turn off your device. And also you've got your volume rockers, which are nice. They're nice and tactile, actually feel quite different from the case, which is really nice to see. Looking at the bottom of your phone, you're going to find a micro USB charger port here for charging and syncing, so you can sync over all your information. So turning around to the back, again you can see that nice sharp white case here. So these are pop cases, so these could pop off nice and easily as your SIM card's inside here and your SD card. Removable battery as well, so it's nice and replaceable if any damage does happen. So on the back you have a 2 megapixel camera, which is nice to have, that you can take some photos with. So on the back here you've got the white snap cover, and that white and black looks really nice. It's a textured design here, so if I just tilt it one way you're going to see the different textured, and this feels good. It doesn't feel so slippery in your hands. Also you do have a Vodafone logo just inside here that just looks and blends really well into the case. And on the front is a 0.5 megapixel camera. So just talking about the lock screen really quickly here, this can be protected with a PIN pattern or password, so that is yours, or you can choose to have nothing and you just swipe up to unlock. Down here at the bottom as well, you have a phone icon that you can quick launch to, an alarm clock, a calculator. You can add a widget as well, so if I slide this up here, I can add something else if I so want to. You've got your camera quick access this side as well, so swiping to unlock, nice and easy. Pressing that home button, we get to see our home screen here. If you do not like this home screen, what you do is press and hold, and then you can change which home screen you prefer to have, or you can change your wallpaper, or you can add a widget. So pressing and holding the application, you're going to hear a short vibration, and then you can add these into folders, and then you can rename these folders. So they have a nice circular appeal now on the phones, and that's thanks to this device running Android 6.0. So like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, there's 3 capacitive touch buttons. There's no actual physical buttons except for your power and volume rockers on the side. So capacitive touch will give you a little vibration when something happens. So if I press this menu one here, I can dismiss these, or you can dismiss all, clear all here. Pressing and holding this home button here will launch you into Google Now, and this is where you can find all your information out from Google if you so wish. You can either tap home or tap back. Again, because we've opened the application, it's in our app drawer there. So just dismiss that, fling it to one side, and it's gone. Okay, moving on to speed test now. This phone isn't going to perform as well as the Platinum 7 or the Ultra 7 due to its cost. Do you know what I mean? It's a quarter of the cost of one of them devices. So please bear that in mind, but let me just run the test for you now so you get a comparison. So inside here, this is Geekbench 3. We've got no other applications open, and all information's been dismissed from the notification area. And in here you get key facts about your GPU, your RAM, CPU. It's a quad-core phone, so that's nice and powerful. So it should be able to run all your apps and games as well. So what I'm going to do is run test. So as you can see here from our speed test result, we scored at 356 on our single core score and 1149 on our multi-core score. So the multi-core score, I got 10 points more roughly earlier on when I was testing this throughout the week. So if you go into single core score, we are going to be quite down the list. And I can tell you that we did beat the Nexus 7 and the Moto G and the Samsung Nexus, but lost out to the S3, the Xperia Z and LG Nexus. So they are big, powerful phones. And remember, they're really big flagship phones a couple of years ago. Moving into single core score, again, you're going to see the phenomenally high devices that we're so used to seeing. I can remember when it's 1159, it did beat the Moto G, the Nexus 7, Samsung Nexus, and lost to the Moto X, the S3, Sony Xperia Z, and the Nexus 10 as well. So you can always do these tests on your phone if you so wish, and make sure ahead, just go and check it out, it's always fun. So the app is available from the Google Play Store. I think there is a slight charge. I know on iOS there's a charge as well, so please bear that in mind. So let me go through some of these key specs for you for this device. It's running Android 6.0, which is really good. There's some flagship models, say like the Samsung Galaxy S5, I believe, is still running Android 5, and the Sony Xperia Z5 is still running Android 5. Some have moved up to Marshmallow, but this is running their latest software, which is really good to see. It's a 4-inch WVGA screen, so it's not going to be the best. When you tilt it to the side, it does go really dark. But again, please remember that cost of only £35 on pay-as-you-go, which is really cheap for a smartphone these days. On the back, like I said, is a 2 megapixel camera. On the front is a 0.5 megapixel selfie camera, so it's not going to be great for selfies, but at least you've got one there to try and take. 1500 millionth hour battery, so that's really good considering the iPhone is only roughly 300 or 400 more and costs about 20 times more, so please bear that one in mind. Quad core processor as well, so power is going to be there. So it's a 3G device with 21 megabits per second maximum speed. All depends on your network and your connection as well if you're going to receive that. It's 9.9 millimeters thick, so it's not too bad. It's going to fit nicely in your pocket. Grip wise, it's a little bit slippery actually. It's okay. There's got a textured feel to the back, but it still is a little bit slippery, so please bear that in mind. Storage wise, we have got 4 GB of onboard storage and a micro SD card slot is available. Price, like I said, it's £35 on pay as you go, and the best plan is £10 a month. It will get 500 megabytes, 150 minutes unlimited text, and of course you can bump this up all the way up to 4 GB or 12 GB of data, so it's all down to you. My final thoughts and my personal thoughts on this phone. My personal thoughts are that I've struggled with it as it is a 4-inch display and I'm used to a 5.5 or 5.3 inch display. I've really struggled with my eyesight. It's weird to go back to such a small size, but personally it seems nice, snappy and quick. I would not recommend this for gaming as it has very little RAM inside, so the performance from games is going to really struggle. It actually struggled with TalkBack, so the TalkBack service that I demonstrate in my disabled videos, it actually struggled with some of that, so please bear that in mind. This phone is ideal for maybe your first smartphone or for a young child that you want to make sure that they're okay and they want the latest sort of smartphone or they'd like to have a smartphone. Maybe this is for them. But gaming wise, it's not fantastic. Please go and look at either the Platinum 7 or the Ultra 7 from Vodafone, or maybe push towards HTC, Samsung, Sony or iPhone. You've got so many different choices. The iPhone SE actually is performing really well. It's actually really selling better than what Apple actually thought because they delivered what people wanted for a change. So the aspects of the phone is really good. It's a 4-inch device, so it's nice, small, lightable and portable on the go. Like I said, performance wise I struggled with some of the applications due to the lack of RAM, but the quad-core processor is actually really good to have in the device. The two-tone colours look very nice, the black and white. The last models were a bit grey and very smooth, so very slippery, but now with that textured back it looks nice and easy. A nice easy removable cover so you can actually get your SIM card out very easily, and you can also remove the battery if there's any issues with battery. So please let me know what you think down below. It's always great to hear from you. Like I said, this is running the latest Android as well, so it's good to see that Vodafone are really pushing the latest Android onto their devices. Vodafone do have a skin over this, but it's very minimal compared to, say, TouchWiz UI or HTC Sense. Like I said, it'd be always great to hear from you. Please drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think, if you enjoyed the video, and what you think of the channel as well. Thanks always for watching. Please give a thumbs up. Subscribe for all the latest videos. Got loads of new videos coming. Hopefully you're going to have the Samsung Galaxy Note 7. It'd be great to have a look at that. It looks one of the best flagship phones, I think, for 2016, maybe pushing 2017. Apple's devices look very dismal for this year, as they're all gearing up for an AMOLED panel for next year, or an LED panel for next year. So please bear that in mind if you're thinking or hoping to wait for an iPhone this year. I think you're going to be very disappointed. But I will keep you updated as always, and I'll see you in my next video. Thanks very much. Bye bye.